It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard. Line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Brees. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Brees. Room here to run. And they will score. A pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, it was third down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The football going back to the New Orleans Saints. And I wanted to ask you, Charles, for the Saints, how you think they stack up against the other teams near the top of the NFC, the Rams, the Bears? Where do you think they figure in?
Well, they can score well enough that if the Rams set a heavy pace, they can go out and they can score with them and stay right there. They have enough defense that if Chicago makes it a low-scoring defensive affair, they got enough defense to win that way. So my answer in short order is they stack up with anyone. In a lot of ways, I think everyone has to figure out they stack up with New Orleans. Because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is calling plays for the New Orleans Saints and throwing the football downfield. He could be the difference in any big game.
And maybe they have a little extra motivation with the way their season ended last year against Minnesota. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. They were in zone defensively. Went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone. Because eventually, you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. A gain of 32 that time. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
To throw is Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. What a spin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Trubisky will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This is Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Let's go, let's go.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19. Comes New Orleans. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Throwing now is Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Breeze now to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 52 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the toss, Cohen. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Guys, man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mike Burton from 8 yards out, and the Bears will add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Breeze now on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an obstacle.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Alex Okafor coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Lock in. Gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Trubisky with a give to Howard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Gotta go.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Gotta go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third and goal. Now Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
You see it?
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky being chased out left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment. That's just wrong on every level as far as the defender is concerned.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Red, up. Hey. Lock in. Yep.
On second down, Trubisky. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Hey, gotta go. Hey, up. Get him. 51 to Blue.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he is all the way up past the 25. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him. Because
this is caught inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They run. This is Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Lock in. Red, up.
Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go. Red, up.
Now Trubisky on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they can't.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Gotta go.
They try again with Cohen. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And now running right through it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Trubisky to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
Doesn't help indeed. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 27 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On first down, Trubisky steps away to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Got it. 12.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. Out left side here to Bryant. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slip.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Khalil Mack leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. On third down, here's Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put so if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Throw left side taken in by Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty... EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come. In for the stop.
Here we go. Go down.
The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ginn has it complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Breeze on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
To throw on second is Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 24.
Tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards.
Come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flushed out right. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
Breeze now on first down. This is caught by Ginn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
Hey, just about ran under on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Hey, two.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Got it. 11.
To throw is Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Got it. 12. Over. Ready, what's up?
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 39 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Thomas has got it, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
21.
They'll try and throw for it here. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. To throw, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Here's Breeze to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down. Breeze now. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Texans defense stands tall. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Do jet, do jet.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they'll run for it with Miller. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the bats sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the... And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Des Bryant from 10 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
21.
Breeze now on first down. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Come back. Two jet.
On first down, Watson forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the others. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 57 yards. Back now in Houston, knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first down carry now for Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Richmond.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson escaping the pressure right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out comes Houston. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Richmond.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 36 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there. And
he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front. The nose tackle, the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Watson. His throw incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On third down, Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Tiger. Richmond. Two jet. Richmond.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Watson now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they just took a timeout. With 2 seconds to go, this one obviously decided.
Come back.
Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Two jet.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Always tell us, we want to win our home games. That much we know. We want EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Carr going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Low. 6:18. 6:37. Hey.
They do go for it. It's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
Breeze now to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 10 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Oakland Raiders, Charles, it's another lost season for them. We said that a few weeks ago, and we've been talking about this, but double-digit losses this year for the 12th time in 16 seasons, and that is so hard to fathom.
It really is, and I know everyone's going to say that just about every position will have an open competition, and they are accurate in saying that. The best signal, when you trade away your best defensive player, Khalil Mack, to the Chicago Bears, and arguably your best offensive player, Amari Cooper, to the Dallas Cowboys, there's no doubt that there's an open competition at every other spot. About the only guy who may be safe, the quarterback, Derek Carr. A lot of building will have to occur around him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught, Nelson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nelson's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Got it.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Breeze going to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this 1st half. It's a 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Dez Bryant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, his car. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Bryant. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 50 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Breeze now on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Well, this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 46 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Lutz now to kick this one away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
29. Get down, get down. Wide 85. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Express. 7:34. Here's right. White Monday down. Switch. Low.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6:37.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Manti-Te'o coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Lutz now to kick this one away. So out come the Raiders. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 7:34. Hey, Raider 2.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr, eluding the pressure right. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Monday down. Purdue.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
Hey, Raider 2. Raider 2.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's going to go down again. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Breeze now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now. And Bryant's got it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
808, 637. Lie down. Hey.
To throw his Carr. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Carr to Nelson, 48 yards.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Nugent tacking on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Breeze going to throw. He completes it to Bryant, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Got it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Got it.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it, a gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. On 2nd down, Washington. And he stopped immediately there. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Come here. 29.
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
You're mine. Hey, 734. Well, Jumbo. Do second.
On 1st down, Carr. And this one is incomplete.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Carr eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Get set. 185. Express. Go, Chief. Go. Get set. Ready, touch.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You're mine. 694.
Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Raider 2.
To throw again. Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Here's Carr, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's going backwards. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Extra point coming now for Nugent. Nugent hits the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Breeze to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Breeze is looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frosty Rucker in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Coming left is Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Harris now to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up defensively.
And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go, and here we go from MetLife Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
To throw is Prescott. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
I love how he just charged off the line of scrimmage as fast as he could, gave a head fake or two, and headed toward the post in the middle of the field. How about the delivery of the football? A big play as a result.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, twisting away. Spins past another.
My man.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working from the gun, Manning. And his His first look is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Snap comes at 1. Manning. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And out now come the Cowboys. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Too easy, too easy. There we go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Giants taking the field again here. And, you know, this is a team that got off to that woeful 1-7 start. They rallied a bit in the second half of the season here to get a few wins, but I don't think playing spoiler is what Pat Shurmur had in mind for his first season.
No, I don't believe that as well, and I think there were a lot of visions of going from worst to first in their division with Pat Shurmur as the head coach in the addition of Saquon Barkley and getting the offense back on track with Odell Beckham Jr. being healthy again. But I go back to the Saquon Barkley move, picking him number 2 in the draft last year. Still hear criticism that the Giants should have taken a quarterback and built that way. They took the best rookie in the draft who's played above expectations I would make the same pick every single time and find a way to build around him.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. A second down throw for Prescott. This is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. set them back 5. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Uses the spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 7. Up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On play action. Now Manning. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Zebra.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Manning to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Loletta. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Prescott. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, 85 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A little juke. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Switch. No. Check. Patriot.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Loletta. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Earlier in the quarter, when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Loletta to Barkley on the check down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. It's Loletta. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, A lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, it's Lauletta. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The handoff to Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. It's Lauletta off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
It's Barkley on the counter, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Motion, motion, motion.
On second down, here's Lauletta. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Check 99. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Five down. Stand up there. He goes to you, it's you. Come to me, it's me.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
Many have tried, only a select few have made it. Welcome to the Gauntlet.
Set! Like 80! Luther, set! Set! Like 80! Black, black! Set! Black 20! Luther, set! All right, here we go. White side. Set! Black 80! White side. Let's go now. Hey, alert, alert!
Come on now. Keep your head in the game. We still got time. 5 lives left. Okay. All right. Just relax. 4 lives left. All right. A little hairy, I admit. 3 lives left. You know, there's no do-overs in Gauntlet mode. Just 2 lives left. You've made it to this level. Can you deal with the boss?
Like I said.
This is it. We've come down to the final one. Just one life remaining.
Set! Black 20! Like I said. The hot! 180! Wait, the hot!
That is it. Game over. You won an all-expense-paid trip to the Gauntlet. Too bad for you.
Why they say? Wait, the hot! The hot! 180! Where's the hot, hot? The hot! 180! The hot! Luther, sir! Here we go, here we go! Like I said! The hot! 180! Where's the hot? Set! Blue 30! Alert, alert! Set! White 80! Blue 30!
This is boss mode.
Blue 30!
You've got a handful of lives
Blue
left.
30!
You've still got time. Plenty of lives left.
The hot! 180! The hot!
You are talking about something more elusive than Russell Wilson. Here is the Golden Extra Life Challenge.
Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
To throw is Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. First and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This will be taken short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Snickers, 66. Four down. Switch. Wait a second.
Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Football going back over to the Carolina Panthers here. And for Carolina, it's hard to fathom what went wrong with them this season. It's been said before, we talked about it, they were 6-2 at the midway point, right in the mix for a first-round bye, and then everything kind of went wrong from there on out.
I wonder if we'll look back at that Thursday nighter in Pittsburgh where they got absolutely blasted. And at the time, we thought it was kind of a one-off, you know. Bad night, throw it out, here we go. But that led to a really bad stretch of football for Carolina, a lot of losses. And you just wonder, did that game take so much out of them that it was hard for them to bounce back? Now, look, the playoff thing for them is going to figure on a lot of other teams and a lot of other factors, so they could be in or out depending how other teams do. Bottom line is, they didn't take care of business themselves.
Yeah, that Week 15 loss to the Saints, that kind of really sealed their fate. That put them 2 games below 500. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off on Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
They'll pitch it out to Bell, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
These two.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Do some.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set. 230.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. They'll roll him out right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Snickers. Snickers. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Take 2 of them. Take 2 of them.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 47 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Cam's going to run the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Here's Newton. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out come the Steelers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevon Seymour. He juked him. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. This will be taken very short. Up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Luke Kuechly. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, they almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Bell. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
4th down, desperation time for Rudolph. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
They'll run it with Bell. And Bell running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And caught left side, Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Cam's going to run the option right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Throwing is Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. He'll look to throw, and he finds a man. It's Olsen. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Cam's going to run the option right, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So that's caught inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Newton. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gano out to kick this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gets around him. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Well, they got the touchdown. They were to run the football in that.
Why?